You know, Mr. Wither, just because I've got you trapped in a box here doesn't mean I need to be completely inhumane. I should give you a name. Bob? No, too generic. Timmy? Feels a little overdone. Does anyone else have any better names? Names are hard, and I am traditionally really terrible at these things. I'll take any suggestions at this point, because let's not be complete monsters like that Wither in a cage there. Hello everybody, I'm Arden. Welcome to another episode of All the Mods 8. And I don't know about you, but I'm getting tired of all of the technology mods and all of the magic boxes that just kick out resources, and they're just really boring to lay out in columns and rows and all over walls and just in mostly empty rooms. So how about you say we go a little bit off script today and do something different? And I was thinking we would go looking into the Blue Skies chapter for the quest book, because I know absolutely nothing about this mod other than that it adds a couple of new dimensions and some boss fights. But first, we need to go find a gatekeeper and buy his journal and a lighter. And thankfully, I already know where one of their houses are, because I've only seen a handful of these in the time I've been playing on this server. So I gotta be clear, it was lucky I was ever able to even find this house, especially since it's the backside and it's hidden completely under trees, and the entrance is actually completely obscured here. And let's go inside and say hi to the gatekeeper, who sells the zeal lighter that we need as well as the journal. Now, using the book unlocked a tab in my inventory apparently. Oh, right here, which apparently added two different things here. Maybe this is unrelated. I actually don't know what this is. But this one is apparently the Blue Skies journal, which mostly appears to just have information in the Everbright portal and the Everdawn portal. And it looks like it's dependent on what stones the portal's made out of, and there's in theory one in these houses. Although looking around, I came up into the attic. I'm not seeing a portal here, but I'm seeing an area that looks like it was ripped out where a portal may have been. So I guess I need to go find another one of these guys. Well, thankfully I remembered pretty quickly that Wraith had set up a portal hub back in Spawn pretty early on and set up portals to both dimensions, so I think we'll just pick one at random, and I think this is the Everbright one, so let's go check it out. And of course I immediately run into a hostile illusioner mob as soon as I walk through the portal, and I can't find the right one to kill it. Anyhow, this is an awfully pretty green and purple looking dimension. This is actually colors that I'm actually really fond of. So now if we look at the quest book, it does tell us that overworld tools have no real use. So now we need to go make a wood one, so we're back to punching wood again. Alright, and now we have a blue bright wood pickaxe to get us started here, although we have to see if our other ones actually work or not. But obviously the next step is to turn that into a stone one now, right? But I guess let's see if this is actually... Well, this doesn't seem to stop my normal pickaxe from getting this, though. Maybe the ores do, though. Although I do have a bit of lag on the server right now, which is not ideal. But there we go. Now we have the stone one as well. Which, of course, opens up all of the ore for tools and for equipment. So there's pyrope gemstones, which apparently means fast but weak. There's ventium, which is apparently basically iron. And then falsite and horizontite. I have no idea how any of this works, so I guess let's go digging. We can also apparently make a spear. Found this derpy looking guy while I was just wandering around. Who's a good little azuflo? Are you friendly? Are you friendly, or is this just lagging? You're trying to attack me? Is that why you're creeping up on me? Are you gonna hit me? Nope, doesn't look like it. Am I a monster? I think I am. Oh, this thing has a lot of health and is super tanky. Ah, it is complaining about my weapon. That's good to know. Blue meat. Also found a Stardust Ram, and he's actually kind of cute. Alright, so now that I've come through the portal, it actually populated quite a bit in the Everbright section. It lists a bunch of stuff in here. Like, it actually tells me what this actually is here. And apparently if I had attacked the whole pack of them like I ran into near the ram, they all would have attacked me. So probably for the best that that didn't happen, since I don't have any weapons yet. There is also quite a bit of stuff here under the general section, including what looks to actually be useful stuff. Oh, this is a terrifying name with a blinding dungeon here. But it looks like there's a version in each of the dimensions, and it looks like they're full of villagers. And apparently the arcs actually are part of Blue Skies, so whatever that tab was apparently has to do with the dungeons here. Alright, so I dug down not too far, and it looks like I found a decent sized cave, and it looks like there's some ores in here. So let's go see if we can actually do this with our normal pickaxe, and it looks like it destroyed the ore. So, yep, nothing here. So I guess we do need to use the Blue Skies one. Oh no, I just needed to throw some stuff out. So this apparently worked, and that's actually a little disconcerting. Then I wonder what they're talking about. Unless Silent Tools stuff is actually a hack around this, which would be inconsiderate to say the least. Alright, so I did a quick look around, and that got me the Moonstone for this, and the Pyrope for this. It, however, did not get me the Ventium, although apparently I picked some up probably from a chest somewhere. Well, that part's interesting about being able to pick up underwater mobs, and also a little disconcerting. Makes me wonder what you can actually pick up. But apparently what we also need to find is aquatite ore to make tools out of to make better equipment, although this does says all the mods weapons still pack the punch, but maybe that's all the Modium ones, which I don't have. Alright, so I found a tunnel that went a bit deeper, and we did find some aquatite ore, so we've got that now too, assuming this can actually be mined by this. To complete the quest, we do however need to smelt up some of this aquite. I have no idea how you pronounce this one. Alright, so now we have the aquite. I'm just going to keep slaughtering this one, guys. It's what's going to happen. So we can take the rewards and look for more material. Now, the good thing, however, is that there's a chasm right here, and I can already see the green ore right down there, because I already fell down here forgetting that I turned off hover on my jetpack, and yeah. But we can at least get the next one right now. Although I suppose I should actually make the pickaxe first, just in case that would make these disappear otherwise. Alright, so apparently this is what I want to make weapons out of, so I think this is time to make a sword, huh? Oh, and this is a gemstone, so it just works straight up. So 9 and 1. Which I don't know if that's actually better than what I've got or not, but it will hopefully be better here at least. It also looks like from the book that the armor might also be a good choice also, better than the other ones. So we apparently just jumped a tier. Haven't managed to find any more of the green crystals, but I did find these moonstone crystals and these starlight vines. So I guess let's grab some because they look kind of neat. Well, the vines just got obliterated, even with silk touch on this. That's disappointing. Maybe I needed shears, but it says axe. And looks like silk touch doesn't matter for the moonstone crystals at all. And here I found the purple ore at about the same tier as I was starting to find some of the green ones. Well, one of the things we need to go look for now are these random dungeons, so we can go see if we can find some of these armored frost spirits and see if we can actually beat them. Except, I found the first actual boss, the summoner here, which is this starter dungeon thing, which is this thing right here, which I don't want to attempt this till I know if I can beat the other lesser boss first, so let's go find a tunnel if we can. Alright, so I guess we're going to go do something that's extremely ill-advised because I looked around for a while and I couldn't find a single one of those smaller dungeon hatches. So I guess let's go see how bad this summoner is and explain sort of how this works. So inside this tower here, there are various wings and areas that have some treasure chests in them. And honestly, I've already looted some of these, and they have relatively mundane loot in them, but what you will find are these blinding dungeon keys, and you need to find 4 of these to open up the boss room. Now, this area feels like insanely empty to me, and it's not too far the spawn portals, so I'm starting to wonder if the boss is even in here, but I guess let's go get the keys and find out. There is a nice little kitty cat here, though, with no owner, but we'll leave him for now. And you know what? These bookshelves are actually better for the enchanting than the base ones, I believe. So we might as well grab some of these since I do have a silk touch pickaxe. Oh, it's not actually letting me take them though. Oh no, apparently we can't break this. I guess I have to make them myself. Well, there is a witch in here, so mob is a good sign, I guess. Although it seeming to float off and not fight back is kind of terrifying. That doesn't bode well for the boss at all. Oh, you know what would help if I actually used the sword that I made? Well, that took a long time to die, and I do want to point out I did enchant this, and I probably should have put sharpness on it manually because it doesn't have it. It does have a whole bunch of life leech and whatnot though, so I guess that's useful. Oh, and some interesting looking plants in here. Oh, and a switch. You know, the switch would probably have been more effective if I just couldn't fly. But there, that's what I was talking about. There's a key right here. And there's the lock, but I'm short a key, so I missed one somewhere. Alright, so I thought I was going insane, and I actually had to Google this because I couldn't find the 4th key. And I did have the guess that it was the brewing stands, and I was right, except it's supposed to be this one, and it's not here, which means my guess was right and other players had been here first. Since brewing stands do not have the looter mod attached to them, and if anything was taken there, it's gone, so now I need to go find another tower. Well, so far I haven't had any luck finding another tower, but I did find these reindeer that are pretty cute looking. That's something, right? That said, I have been a fairly decent chunk around the map, but it's taking forever to generate new chunks. Anywhere I've been that's somewhere that another player has been loads up pretty quickly, but like traveling off into this ocean, that was just taking forever. I can't tell if it's me or if it's the server, and the server's just been rebooted. Things are breaking again instantly, so I think this just doesn't like blue skies, because I remember some of the players on the server saying that it seemed like this place was really laggy when they were here, so here's to hoping that this doesn't end up being a complete bust for me. Well, it looks like I found the next major dungeon, but as soon as I progressed into it, my screen blacked out and started screaming that I wasn't able to progress into here yet. So it's kind of like the Twilight Forest, except you know, more frustrating. But as you can see, stuff slowly popping in, and this dungeon was clearly visited by other people before, because this isn't taking 15 years to load. Instead, it's just taking a slightly less long eternity. Well, I found a village. Also found one of those big green temples again. Still haven't found another summoner's one. I wonder if these guys have anything interesting. Oh, there we go. There's a cleric just as the normal. So it doesn't appear to be anything too special here. Although it does look like the toolsmith does sell blue skies equipment. Not that I have emeralds on me right now. And I finally did find a chest and a fruit prep table. Oh, the chest is horribly disappointing. Well, that was interesting, but just kind of a bust, so I guess back to trying to find a tower. Alright, day 564, still no tower. Did find a second village, and then I found this, which looks like it's a village, but I don't see any. Well, there's a golem up there, so I guess there is. It's just a different color of village, with, yeah, pretty much equally as disappointing loot. Although we do have an apotheosis version of a blue skies tool, so that's kind of interesting. Alright folks, so I have come to some conclusions, and one of them is that blue skies, as potentially neat as it could be, is even more server unfriendly than the Twilight Forest. Because the Twilight Forest, well, you can just reset the dimension as soon as a whole bunch of the bosses get killed, and the POIs are frankly not all that far apart usually, and there's usually a bunch of them. I could not find a second one of these towers at all. So we're going to try something that I'm not even sure is going to work. That's right, we're going to cheat. And I'm just going to give myself the fourth key because there's no way I can get that without another tower. And back to normal. Now the question becomes, does the boss even spawn? And it does, good, so let's see if we can survive this. Definitely getting some lag though, even the server was just reset. Probably all the chunks I was creating slowly catching up to this. Now if I don't look like I'm taking damage, keep in mind I've got the liquid meat injector on, so I'm constantly eating, or even if it doesn't look like I'm doing it. But so far this is honestly not too hard, because chances are, while they want you to have blue skies gear, it can't really compete with apotheosis armor in all likelihood. Because even though I don't have massively enchanted armor, I do have a ton of apotheosis bonuses. A large chunk of which is movement speed, that's how I keep zipping around so quickly. But on the other side, it looks like this guy pretty much can't hurt me. I was a little concerned about that, because I didn't want to have to find out what happens if I lose my gear up here. But there we go. We got him down, even if I had to cheat to get in here. He gave us a trophy and a loot bag. Let's see what we get out of the loot bag. We should be getting an arc, though. Oh, we got a bunch of stuff, including a soulbound spear, which I think comes back when you throw it, so it's probably like a trident. Some soul fragments is what we're supposed to get from those other bosses, so I'll take that. Moonstone, which we've got a bunch of. And maybe we got an enchanted book, but I can't really tell. I know we had 2 of those earlier for sure. See the arc? Oh, good. More movement speed increase. That's just what I needed. But you equip it in the arc slots down here. And now, yep, now I move marginally faster. Because that's what I needed with the apotheosis bonuses already on top of this. And click that to get back out. But now we could probably go to the Green Temple, but this took me hours to figure this out. And I think I'm just done, folks. I'm at my limits. I am actually not a huge fan of this mod, apparently. It could have been better. It could have been easier. It could have played better with servers, and it was not the easy episode I was looking for, okay? It wasn't. It really, really wasn't. Anyhow, if you found this interesting and entertaining, please give me a like or subscribe if you're new. As always, I'm Ard. Thank you for watching, and have a nice day.